From the Line and SeaWorld to the Octagon and Trojana, Saudi Arabia, under the leadership of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, has entered a new era of innovation and building. Just last month, another magnificent building, Mukaab, or the Cube, as it is called in English, was announced. This will be a gigantic building the size of 20 Empire State Buildings. The most unbelievable part of this project is the timeline. Is this even achievable? Also, what makes the Cube stand out from the other projects? What should we expect to see in the Cube? Where will it be located? And how massive will it be? We will answer all these questions and more in this video. However, despite the excitement and buzz around this innovative build, there is plenty of controversy around the Cube that no one is talking about. Keep watching to find out the dark truth behind the Cube. Let's begin with what's the idea behind the creation of the Cube? On February 16th, Saudi Arabia unveiled its latest grand plan to transform its capital city, Riyadh. This grand plan involves the construction of a gigantic cube-shaped skyscraper that volumetrically could hold within it 20 Empire State Buildings. This gigantic cube is named the Mukaab, after the Arabic word for the cube. This is the latest among a string of ambitious architectural projects planned and undertaken by Saudi Arabia. This latest build, among the many others recently announced, is a part of its Vision 2030, aimed at revolutionizing the country's economy and lifestyle. According to Saudi Arabia's press release, the cube shape of the Mukaab will ensure the ultimate utilization of space. An immersive experience will be created inside the cube, using the latest digital and holographic technology. The Mukaab is planned to be the centerpiece of a giant new downtown built within the Saudi capital of Riyadh called New Murabba. It will be the world's largest single-built structure with around 2 million square meters of interior floor space. The project will be undertaken by the New Murabba Development Company, of which Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is the president. The cube is intended to be a whopping 400 meters tall and 400 meters wide on each of its 4 sides. At 400 meters tall, the structure will be a super tall skyscraper, but much wider than any other skyscraper in the world. The building's design is inspired by the modern Najd architectural style, a twist on the traditional Najd architectural style from the Najd region in the center of the Arabian Peninsula. This architectural style was perfected over generations to be best suited for the region's desert climate. Its design focuses on naturally controlling the climate inside the structure. Hence, the cube shape is not just yet another futuristic concept for a city. It will serve a functional purpose by limiting energy requirements inside it. So, something as massive and grand as this build, surely this will take decades to build, right? Well, this takes us to our next question. When does construction begin? The Saudi government is yet to announce the commencement of construction, but we believe that construction will commence before the end of 2023 or at the top end of 2024. This is because the Saudi government has to meet its timeline for completion, which is 2030. Yes, you heard right. Although that timeline sounds incredible, we will be keeping our fingers crossed and we will be the first to inform you of any progress on the project. Will the project be completed by 2030? We would love to know your own views. In a related development, the cost of the project has not been disclosed. However, we know that the project is funded by the Public Investment Fund, or PIF, which is the Saudi Sovereign Wealth Fund. Whatever the cost, we know that what you will see in this build will be unprecedented. So, what features can we expect to see in the Mukaab? The Mukaab aims to become the largest built structure in the world, measuring 400 meters, 1,312 feet in height, width, and length. The building will be situated in the northwest of Riyadh, in a 19 square kilometer area that will become one of the largest downtown developments in the world, New Murabba. This sprawling mega project will act as the centerpiece to the surrounding New Murabba project, which aims to expand the footprint of the capital to house an estimated 350,000 residents over 4,695 acres. The Mukaab skyscraper and the Murabba district were announced by His Royal Highness Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bin Abdulaziz, Prime Minister and Chairman of the New Murabba Development Company, NMDC. The new Mukaab district will feature green areas and walking and cycling paths to create sustainable transportation alternatives for the local communities. The neighborhood will feature its own internal transportation system and is designed to offer live, working, and entertainment facilities within a 15-minute walking radius. The cultural offerings include a new museum, a technology and design university, and an immersive theater among the over 80 entertainment and culture venues. The development is set to create more than 104,000 residential units in addition to 980,000 square meters of retail spaces, 1.4 million square meters of offices, leisure assets, and community facilities. The interior, as currently planned, will feature enormous holographic projections which will be aimed at transporting viewers to other paradigms, realities, times, and places. The holographic projections will also feature giant people moving around the structure. Visitors can also immerse themselves in the deep sea or travel to the floating Hallelujah Mountains from Avatar. It sounds like a giant VR planetarium on steroids. The Mukaab will provide nearly 22 million square feet of floor space, making it the biggest building in the world by a long shot. The Mukaab will reach 400 meters, 1,312 feet in height, and provide a mixture of residences, hotels, office space, and open-air parks and walkways. The interior will also feature a spiral-shaped tower for observation decks and restaurants, and from which the projections will emanate. This tower will push the boundaries of what is possible in construction. It will be the centerpiece of the Mukaab. Skyscrapers will also be built into the four corners of the Mukaab. These buildings will also contain residential, entertainment, and office spaces. The Mukaab will also feature a rooftop garden complete with lakes, fountains, walkways, and seating areas for taking in the view. You're watching Innovative Builds. By hitting that subscribe button now and enabling notifications, this allows us to continue bringing incredible content directly to you. Now, back to the video. Something this extravagant, surely the Saudi government has a plan they want to achieve with the Mukaab. The project is part of Vision 2030, which hopes to open up the country to the rest of the world with incredible and impressive attractions. The Saudi government began the project with the goal of generating a projected 180 billion rials, 48 billion USD, of revenue and several 100,000 jobs, according to a public statement. Most crucially for Saudi Arabia, this revenue won't be directly tied to the oil industry and can help attract both foreign investments. It will also develop the tourism industry by attracting tourists and semi-permanent and permanent residents. This sets up the Saudi economy to benefit from the millions of tourists that flock to the Gulf states. The Mukaab, the first of its kind 100-mile linear city, the Line, the ski resort, Trojana, and other new developments will position Saudi Arabia to compete with the likes of UAE as choice tourist destinations. An extravagant build of this magnitude surely doesn't come without some controversy. However, critics have wondered, is the structure inspired by the Kaaba? The Saudi Arabia government has come under criticism from certain people who consider the planned Mukaab to closely resemble the Kaaba. The Kaaba, located in Mecca, the holiest city for Muslims, is a black cuboid structure considered to be the most sacred site in all of Islam. Every year, millions of pilgrims from across the world flock to Mecca for the Hajj pilgrimage, where they circumambulate around the Kaaba. The criticism led to new Kaaba trending on Twitter. Building a new Kaaba exclusively devoted to capitalism is a little too on the nose, tweeted Murtaza Hussein, a journalist critical of the regime. However, the Saudi government has not declared any link between the planned Mukaab and the Kaaba. Its supporters have claimed that there are multiple cube-shaped structures across the region, primarily due to the functional benefits and simplicity of constructing such buildings. What's your take on this? Do you side with the critics, or do you believe the Saudi government? We would love to know your response. Also, we would love to know what features of the Mukaab stood out for you. Is it already on your mental list of places to visit? You can respond in the comment section. If you enjoyed this, then hop on over to the state of Texas, where a mega build is under works to save the coastline. But will it be built in time? Finally, if you haven't subscribed, well then what are you waiting for? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and click on the notification icon, and this will allow us to continue to bring more incredible content to you. We'll see you in the next video.